think people, especially women, will spend that money on red bottoms, or they'll spend money on the hair or the clothes, the nails, but they won't take that time. And to me, that's partially investing in yourself because everyone wants to look nice. But during the coronavirus, when we were locked down, we realized we had to get our hair done. I know bank accounts was being stacked because people were getting their hair done, wasn't getting their nails done, wasn't getting their feet done because you couldn't leave. You were in
Right.
lockdown. Businesses were closed. So we have to invest in ourselves, and you have to take that money, because I want people who are like-minded to understand you have to invest in yourself. And it's not just reading a book, it's taking a course, it's taking a life coach, it's taking a cooking class to make you the best person. Because if you're asking me, Jackie, oh my God, your skin, blah, 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 your teeth, da, 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 how do you get it done? Okay, well, I can show you some things that I do, but there's a price attached to that. And there isn't anything wrong. But I think as women, sometimes we have to apologize. Well, they feel bad because I don't feel bad. They feel bad, and it shouldn't be that way. You've cultivated something, and you just have to make sure you get like minded people. Michael Jordan said it took him, over 1,000 shots to start dunking, to start getting the ball in the hoop. So my thing is, you may not have the right person, but just keep checking, just go to different niche markets, sit down and figure out what is your niche market. Because I think sometimes people are not sure, and like you said, you're fishing in the wrong pond. But I just love your personality. I just love that you are letting your light shine. You are shining, and who wouldn't want to have that? Particularly now, because like I said, we have the pandemic. But for me, the pandemic, I've given birth to two businesses in the pandemic,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I've been wanting to do something. And I'm like, whoa, the labor pains are like killing me, but
Mhm.
I'm doing it. And I'm like, wow. And, when I'm not chasing it and I'm allowing the universe to bless me, it's just flowing now. It's like, where people are worried. And I'm like, I'm good because the universe got me, because I've done so much good. And of course, I'm going to expect it because I deserve it. You
Mhm.
know, if there's a hiccup, that hiccup is teaching me something. Like, people kill me when they're like, oh my God, it's been raining for 15 days or 10 days. The grass needed watering, the tree needed watering. That's how I look at it. I don't like get upset over the simplest stuff. If there's traffic and you're driving in traffic, put music in the car, book
Mhm.
on tape, do something like that, because
Use your time wisely.
exactly. I think we spend so much time complaining.
Me personally,
We're so quick to complain about a company or a waitress, but if the waitress is good, we're not thinking about, hey, can you call your manager over here and let me talk to your manager about you and give that compliment? Because I've
mhm,
noticed now it's gotten a little bit worse with the complaining,
mhm,
or just confusion. I think we need to start changing our mindset. And as you said, having growth in your mindset is really good, because it's easy to like, oh my God, I can't stand her. Oh my God, who she thinks she is. But no, go up to that queen or man and say, you're handsome, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful, but you
mhm,
got it going on. So,
mhm.
where do you see yourself in the next 4 years? You personally and your business.
Me personally, I just see me continuously growing. Like even as I get knowledgeable in certain things, and most of my wisdom comes spiritually. You know what I mean? Some people say, "Well, Georgia, how did you get to this place? Like, how do you know so much? Like, how do you get so much wisdom? How do you get so much knowledge?" And a lot of it comes from spirituality, from my spiritual connection to God, that He opens my eyes to so many things, and I'm able to share that with other people. And so I just see myself continuously touching people. Like my mission statement is to encourage, empower, inspire, and motivate 1 million plus people to transform their mindsets to change their lives. So that's where I really see myself in changing people's lives, all over the world, changing their mindset, helping them see that you can create the life that you love. You can be happy. You can shift your circumstances, that you can come out of things. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay depressed. You don't have to stay sorry for yourself. If you had a business that failed, don't be afraid to try again. Don't let that pain of what happened in your past keep you stagnant. Let go of the pain and move forward. I think as human beings, we get so caught up with once something bad happens to us, we reject that feeling and we don't go near it. So, I just see myself continuously reaching people all over the world. I mean, maybe a talk show, who knows? But I just see me continuously living in my calling and living in my passion and loving my life. Because once you get to this place where you're doing what you love and you know that you're sharing your purpose with other people to lift other people up, you won't ever have to worry about money. And also protecting your brand. I want to talk about that too, because, on Instagram, a lot of people reach out to me, can you promote this? Can you promote this? We'll pay you this. We pay you that. Can you post something? Send a post. We'll pay you like X amount of dollars. And I get offers like that all the time. And I have to say to myself, is it money or is it my message? When you start getting successful, all kinds of people are going to come at you for different things. And you have to stay with your mission statement. You have to stay with your why you're doing what you're doing. Because if you don't, people will get you going in a different direction that doesn't tie into your brand or your purpose or your mission. So a lot of times when people reach out to me, I have to say, you know what, I'm sorry. I know you paying me XYZ $1,000 or whatever, but I have to reject that because that doesn't tie into my brand. And when I think about my brand, I worked years and years to build this brand. So I'm not just going to market some product that don't tie into what my message is because it don't work. And, I have to turn people down all the time. So it's like, know why you're doing what you're doing. And you should not just be about money, and stay focused on your mission and your purpose and why you're doing what you're doing, because that's really what's going to keep you going. Is if you know your why and you understand why you're doing what you're doing, that's going to keep you motivated, even when you don't see the money, or even when you don't see the results you're looking for, or even if you go into a business meeting or you have a Zoom meeting and you think this person's going to invest in your business and it don't work out. That's what's going to keep you going, is your why. So always know why you're doing what you're doing and know what your motivation is behind what you're doing.
And for me, like when someone reaches out to me, what I do is I want to see if we're in alignment. If we're not in alignment, I need to see what your business is all about, do the research, because it's so easy. It's so easy to get those checks. Because I've had, from God knows how many people reach out to me for other things because they're like, okay, it's not like you have, 100,000 followers, but we love your energy. We love it. We know you could sell anything. That's fine and dandy, but see, I don't want anyone to have to question why I'm doing this particular product because they're giving me something to drink or whatever the case may be. When you know full and well, I'm all about holistic, I'm all about that. And for some, they're like, oh, screw that, let's take this and do. I'm not all about that. So it is about the why. I finally realized why I'm here because I didn't like the word servant. And I'm like, God, I'm not no servant. What do you mean? I'm cleaning house and I'm doing, because I was looking at it in a negative connotation. And then he told me, Jackie, you're here to serve people. That's what you are, not my disciples. You're an apostle. And I'm like, whoa. I like you, God. I dig you, God. I'm loving that. So that's what I feel that my mission is to help women or anyone that comes to me, because now guys are reaching out, because I want us to live a purposeful life and to live it abundantly. But more important, to just be kind. It starts, as you said, so eloquently put, we have to start loving ourselves. What is it about me? And then fix that, because it's almost like everybody brings baggage into a relationship. I'm not trying to have you bring no luggage into this relationship. A baggage I can deal with because we can take out one thing at a time. But that luggage, no, we're not doing that. And we just need to be kinder, I think, to ourselves. Yes, we need to be other people, but sometimes we're so hard on ourselves, harder than what other people would be. And I think we just need to give ourselves a break. Okay, so one of the things I also talk about, and I'd like to ask you about this, which is so important to me, because as working women, we have to make sure we make time for self-care. What do you do for self-care?
Oh, so many things. I meditate. I pray, of course. Meditation is a big part of my life. Why? Because, like I was talking about before, it brings balance into my life. I can meditate for hours. I get to the point where I'm meditating and my palms are like really warm and hot. And I love that because I feel like I'm taking to another consciousness level. What happens is it gives me ideas, it gives me creativity. It gives me clarity of the decisions that I need to make. I like to operate at my highest potential where I know I'm operating at the highest level. So I know that, okay, no, I don't need to make this call today. Or yes, I need to call this person today. Or yes, I need to send this email today. I like to operate on that level where I get the intuition to act on certain things. I don't do anything unless I feel that. That's what really guides me. And when you meditate and you get to that place of meditation, that can really help you to start seeing things differently. It starts to give you a different perspective. You start to see clearly everything around you. I say when people start meditating, what happens is like the sand over your eyes is like, whoa, wait a minute. Okay, did I miss that before? Like what was I thinking? So like I said, prayer first and foremost for me, because I am a Christian, but meditation is also great. And just finding that place of quiet time where you can just allow your mind to just flow freely. For some people, they say, well, Georgia, I don't meditate, don't work for me. I don't know how to do it. It's not working. I would recommend like maybe putting some soundscapes on, some jazz music or some classical music. And that even start out with short times of the day. 5 minutes, just going into a room by yourself, closing the door, turning everything off, turn your phone off, everything, and just let the music and just sit there and just sit there and it's really about breathing meditation. Most people don't know that, but it's really about your breaths. Because the breaths is what relaxes you.
Mhm.
That's what gets you to that level of letting go, because you don't really force your thoughts in meditation. You allow your thoughts to flow freely. And to get to that point, it's all about breathing. So that's something I also share with my clients on how to get to a place where they can start to have that calmness and that to hear that, have that voice of knowing when to do things and how to react and how to respond and how to control themselves, because that's what meditation is really about, having self-control and knowing that things are out of your control at times, and you just have to know how to deal with things when you don't have control. So that, and of course, like goal setting, which is huge, setting goals for yourself. Some people say, well, Georgia, how do I set goals? Well, start off with short-term goals. Start out with 3 to 5 goals in a month. Okay. And then you work to 3 months, and then you 6 months, and then 12 months. So what happens is you're working your way backwards. So everything that you're doing daily is tied to that greater goal that you have for the year. So just doing little things like that, and segmenting your goals. What are your spiritual goals? What are your personal goals? What are your health goals? What are your financial goals? What are your business goals? And breaking them up that way so that you don't feel so overwhelmed trying to accomplish everything at once. Because like Jacqueline and I was saying before, we went through a journey to get to where we are. Everything takes time. It's not an overnight process. So, allowing yourself to go through the process and segmenting your goals. And because what happens is out of mind is out of sight. You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's in front of you and you're looking at it, you're more likely to take the action to make that goal happen. So definitely keeping it visible where you can see it.
For me, I tell people happiness is a journey. I choose joy. Joy is the destination. So what I like to do is, if you were to ask me, well, what one thing do you want? And I'm there now, is peace. Because once you have peace, everything else will fall into place.
Everything else.
So my question to you is, what is your end goal with all of this regarding, because we're talking about meditation, because when I started meditating, girl, I could hear if there was a fly, I could hear the fly. If there was a mosquito, because my mind was like woo 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 woo. And then finally I learned to cut, because I can do the meditation if I find my mind wandering. Girl, it got so bad. I was going to a place to do meditation, which is a wonderful place, Unity North. And girl, when I started meditating, people kept tapping me. Girl, I was snoring. I fell asleep. That I was, and I'm like, I don't snore. So one of these hateful people, you know who you are. Girl, how about they taped it? And they're like, that's you. I'm like, really? I said, that is not me. So it was like I haven't slept in a while. So now I do ninja yoga. And I'm also a big believer in naps now. Big believer, because that recharges you. Just when you were a kid and your parents go take a nap and you didn't want to do it. Now I think the older we get, naps are very, very important. And one of my
Very.
girlfriends, Laura, she does that. And there's a group of people that I know that they do that as well. So what is your ultimate peace?
A couple of things. My ultimate piece is, of course, getting enough sleep, because I think when you're not sleeping, you're high strung, you're you have a lot of anxiety, you feel stressed. So getting my sleep, that's a big part of it. Watching what I eat, what I put into my body, because I think that certain foods that you eat do impact how you feel. Especially high sugar items make you feel like a high and then it gives you a low. So just being mindful of the foods that you're putting into your body, what you're putting into your body, what times a day you're putting it into your body. Exercise, which is also important to me because I think that if you want to stay healthy, you got to stay active. So even if it's going for walks, it keeps your mind going mentally. You know what I mean? Jogging or, like now with the pandemic, a lot of people saying they can't go to the gym, but you can do classes. They do have lots of free classes online on YouTube that you can take. It could be yoga. It could be learning how to meditate. It could be Zumba classes. It could be kickboxing, but just anything to kind of find that to be active, you know what I mean? So exercise, sleep, meditation, watching what I eat, prayer. Those are a lot of things that helps me to stay balanced on what it is that I want in life. And also I recommend vision boards, which are very powerful. I've had a few vision boards that I've actually accomplished everything on those boards. You go, girl. There you go.
I'm going to frame it and put it on my wall because I'm in my office and my husband painted it. So I'm trying to get everything together. So I'm going to frame, girl, I don't play with that. I don't play with that vision board.
Vision boards are very powerful. I mean, I've had a number of vision boards where I've accomplished everything. One thing I had on my vision board, I'll tell you a few things I had on my vision board that actually manifested. I went to go to Italy. That was a big thing for me. I always loved Italy. And I was like, I had these pictures on my board. And I'm like, I got to go to Italy. And I went to Italy for 2 weeks with my husband for our honeymoon. We went to Rome. We went to Venice. We went to Florence. We went to Capri, the Amalfi Coast. I mean, I got to see so many places in Italy. And it was just like such an amazing experience that I'm like, wow, this was the picture on my vision board. And I'm actually here. And I'd be like looking around like at the Vatican, like, these are pictures that I had that, you know what I mean? So vision boards are powerful, people. I mean, I wanted to go to Vegas. I went to Vegas. I wanted to travel the world. I've traveled the world. I had just a lot of things that I've done on that vision board that manifested. So I do believe that that's a big step, people. Just, let's just share a little bit too, Jacqueline, how they could put their vision board together. So what happened was me and my sisters got together and I had like a vision board party. And so
that's what I was going to say. We're going to do an online vision board party. And the reason I'm saying that is because so many people have not done the vision board because it's the pandemic and they forgot to do so. We're going to do a vision board party.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
I would love to if you would have me. I would love to. We'll tell you all the steps, what you need to do. But like I said, vision boards are super powerful. They are amazing. They see vision boards and they're like, oh my gosh, I've actually accomplished this, and this and that. And so you're constantly looking at it every day. Those visual pictures are in front of you and you're like, oh my gosh. So definitely do the vision board party. I think that people would probably really want the vision board party.
Well, we do one down here, in Atlanta with a couple of my friends, and we go to a hotel and girl, some people get drunk as a skunk, and sometimes you find the thing that they're posting on the board is actually on themselves because they just got carried away with the liquor. But that's very important. I want people to understand, if I don't leave you with anything, I want you to invest in yourself because we saw what happened to Chadwick Boseman. Life is not promised to you. Think about this. Even in what he did in the last 4 years, most people haven't even done in Hollywood in 30 years. All the movies. So the manifestation, things like that, speaking it to existence. People don't understand words are powerful. What you put out in the universe will come back. You have to make sure that it's positivity. Oh, I'm sick. I don't feel well. What you're doing is you're opening up those portals. You're opening that stuff up and then the universe is hearing what's going on. And you hear people talk about having cancer and they change, and I'm not saying for everyone, but you hear the statistics about people having cancer and having a positive mindset and how they were given a death sentence and now
healed. Yeah.
Right? So it's important, and it's important to learn more about your culture. That's what I love about being a New Yorker. We embrace other cultures. It's not anything to, oh, let's go to a Polish store or have a Polish friend. We need to learn from one another because you never know. What's your website?
It's www.georgiawoodbine.com. And let me know before you go off, because I want to share a free gift with your audience today.
Okay, let's go.
What I want to share is the 5 secrets to turn your passion into profits. It's a free guide. When you go to georgiawoodbine.com, there's going to be a little pop-up and you put your name and your email in there, and I will be sending you your free guide. It's the free guide, 5 secrets to turn your passion into profits.
Okay, and I'm not eligible because it's on the show, so I'm not eligible. So we're going to put it on YouTube and stuff like that so people can know to go on there and things like that. You've been just a pleasure just having you on the show, and one
Thank
queen
you
to
so
another. I'm just proud of you,
much.
and I see your talents doubling. I see your business tripling. I see your relationship just going to the next level. Without further ado, I want to thank you for being on the Women of
Thank
Worthy show.
you.
You were just a phenomenal, phenomenal guest. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
being. You're not part of us. You're now in our village. So
Oh, thank you.
welcome to our tribe. We love you. We support you. If there's anything that we can do, let me know. If I have to post it, whatever, we're here to support you because you're awesome. You're awesome sauce. And we want to make sure we
You
put some of
are
that.
too. You are too. Thank you so much.
We want to make sure we can sprinkle your sauce in everybody's dishes, okay?
That's right.
So, everyone, thank you for tuning into Women Are Worthy show. Oh my God, tomorrow's guest is going to be phenomenal. I got to get ready to start getting that together. But we're going to have, without further ado, I want to thank you for being on the Women Are
Thank
Worthy show.
you.
You were just a phenomenal, phenomenal guest. Thank
Thank
you for being.
you.
You're not part of us. You're now in our village. So
Oh, thank you.
welcome to our tribe. We love you. We support you. If there's anything that we can do, let me know. If I have to post it, whatever, we're here to support you because you're awesome. You're awesome sauce. And we want to make sure we
You
put some of
are
that.
too. You are too. Thank you so much.
We want to make sure we can sprinkle your sauce in everybody's dishes, okay?
That's right.
So, everyone, thank you for tuning into Women Are Worthy show. Oh my God, tomorrow's guest is going to be phenomenal. I got to get ready to start getting that together. But we're going to have Queen of Four. She's going to be on the show. And tomorrow we're going to have the first African American women, 2 women. They bought 96.7 acres in Georgia. So forget about your 40 acres and a mule. No, they done got almost close to 100 acres. And these are the first women who've done this, and it's just I can't wait to get them on the show tomorrow. So it's going to be 3:30, and then we're going to have Queen of Four. She's the womb doctor. She's taught Erica Badu. She's taught Yana Van Sant. She's done some stuff with Jill Scott because now Erica is a midwife, and she learned from her. Oh,
Wow.
this gonna be out of sight, y'all.
Awesome.
So again, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Have a wonderful night. Please make sure that you mask up. Have a wonderful day. Make sure you sanitize. Do the social distancing because the life you save may just be your own. So without further ado, thank you. And don't forget to follow us on the Women Are Worthy show on Facebook and Instagram, our YouTube channel. And Georgia, please subscribe. It's the Women Are Worthy Network on YouTube. So good night. Farewell. I had a ball. I'm going to have a glass of wine because I had my Georgia peach on, honey. Have a good day, Georgia.
You too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.